Warriors, Patriots, and Preppers, thanks for tuning in. Wanted to do a little bit of a drive time video for you. What can we do now? What can we do now in terms of making sure that we're protecting ourselves and we're putting ourselves in the best situation regardless of how this coronavirus turns out? I think it's funny, people who've been prepping for a long time are just kind of poo-pooing this idea of the coronavirus being serious. This is an unprecedented global response. Unprecedented action going on across the world. You got to think about that. You got to consider that. I think it's definitely something we should be taking serious. If it ends up to be nothing, though, this is a great case study, the best case study since Katrina about how SHTF will unfold in America. Okay, because we're already seeing a stock market crash, so that's real. That's making part of this coronavirus SHTF situation real. As you're seeing a stock market crash, we're seeing panic buying, we're seeing a run on medical supplies, materials, an N95 mask, the whole like. If you're engaged in any way of reaching out to your networks in the medical field, the industrial field, you know that this is real. If you're just even checking some news stories, there's news stories breaking right now about 3M needing and saying they will up their production due to the demand of N95 mask right now. So at the very least, this is going to be a case study. This is going to be a great case study of what's going to happen if SHTF really goes full blown, okay? We might be in the midst of it for all we know. Only time's going to tell that. The other thing you could do and that we could do now is we could try to remain calm. We could try to get as much information as we can from sources that are reliable, that are one, ground level, or they're two, from the actual departments of health. I think that maybe the press conferences they give will be a little bit skewed, but if you could listen to the information that they're giving to what they believe is their medical peers, is kind of like the primary audience for it, you're going to get a lot of info from them, because they kind of let their guard down a little bit. They might say things they don't mean to say, and maybe give a little bit more insight versus scripted, and they call it scripted themselves, scripted and planned press releases. So be mindful of that if you could watch those videos. We're all going to want to, right now I'm recommending for all of our members, and I'll recommend it for you guys too, is to get 10 to 15 minutes a day of moderate to light workout in, and this is just to help boost your immune system. Obviously that's something we're going to want to treat very serious right now. We're going to want to get enough sleep. We're going to want to get enough exercise. We're going to want to also step up taking our multivitamins and our other supplements, just to make sure that we're putting our body in a prime situation and optimizing ourselves to be able to go out and fight any kind of sickness or virus that comes along, right? A lot of us take a multivitamin or try to take a multivitamin. I know myself, even though I have it readily available, will skip it a day, or might miss it for a couple of days, and then, oh man, you know what, I should take this vitamin, and just pop it then. So need to be actively thinking about boosting our immune system. The other thing you want to do is we can monitor what's available in our area. Does it hurt if you happen to be going to Home Depot and you see that there's some N95 masks in stock to buy them? Of course not. Why would you not, right? We could be reaching out to our friends and family who want to become more prepared now, and we can use this as a catalyst to get them more prepared in the future, even if this ends up to be a big nothing burger, right, as Van Jones once said. But you want to be careful on that, because if you hype this Russian, or see, I was thinking about Van Jones that said Russian. If you hype this coronavirus thing and it ends up to be nothing, you actually in the long run might turn your friends and family off to prepping in the future, which is something I think we all struggle and we all want to do in the long run, right? So be cautious about how you speak of the virus and what you think the outcomes are going to be, and how important it is for people to be prepared. But it's a great opportunity to do that. Another thing we could do is we can maybe reduce the amount of exposure that we put out there for ourselves in terms of the general public. I don't think we're going to be going to any movies, any sporting events, or any kind of large gathering of people type things for quite a while. The other thing we're trying to do is we're trying to limit our trips to the store. Typically we'll buy 1 or 2 days of like on-hand food. Obviously we got a ton of preps, right? But for just our day-to-day shopping, we tend to go on a 1 to 2 day run. So now we're going to try to bump that up to, hey, let's get everything we need for the week, so we only got to go to the grocery store one time this week. I think those are just some simple practical things that you could do now. I'm going to come out with another video a little later on about some more things I think you could do now that are, you know, don't cost a thing, are simple, and will just put you in a better situation if this expands and ends up being more. So thanks for tuning in, guys. I'm gonna, like I said, you know, as this channel grows, I'm gonna try to put more information out there. I'm gonna try to put more videos, and I'm gonna try to make sure I give you guys the best intel possible.